Hi, this is Kyle here with your Lead Like Lasso tip of the week. And here it is that leaders help their team learn to lose well. Often we think about leaders and we think about winning, and that's what leaders do. They win. And of course that's true, but what is a reality in business and in life and in sports is that we don't always win. Sometimes we lose. In episode 10, the Greyhounds, Richmond, are facing relegation. They're in the Premier League. If they lose, they will go to the Championship League. There's cost to having a losing season. And if they win, they're in, as Ted says. And so they prepare all week long to face the champions, Manchester City. And the game comes down to the final play, and Richmond loses. And so they are now going to be relegated. And you see Ted go into the locker room and you watch him engage, and you can see the players being deflated because they have worked so hard, but they have fallen short of their goal. And so this is a moment where leaders step in because they have a chance to help their team learn to lose well. And I think there's three things that Ted does that we can do with our teams. First, it's to affirm the good. And he goes around the room and he acknowledges which players really gave it their all, and he acknowledges the journey that they've been on together, and he acknowledges the fact that they have become a team. But what he also does is he acknowledges the bad. And I think as leaders, we want to acknowledge the bad in two ways. One, we want to be honest and we want to be able to say, hey, we could have done this better. We missed this. We blew this. We can't be afraid of that. But we also want to acknowledge the pain. In those moments, we are human beings sharing in an experience of loss together. And so as leaders, we want to be able to acknowledge that reality. And Ted does just that. He says, this is real hard and it's going to hurt. And we're going to allow it to hurt together for a little bit before we move on. And then this is the last thing that I think great leadership brings is they aspire to being better together in the future. And so that's what Ted does. Ted reminds them that they're going to be like goldfish, that they're going to have acknowledge pain together, but then they're going to move on and they're going to get better together. They're going to aspire to a brighter future. And so be cognizant of that with your teams that you lead in your organization. That if you want to be the kind of leader you want to be, it's not just about celebrating wins, it's also about learning how to lose well together. Hey, have a great week. And if you're like me, you're both excited and sad that Friday is today. And that means that the last episode of season 2 comes out tonight on Apple. So if you're watching, hope you enjoy it. Have a great week. We'll see you soon.